Congratulations.
Thank
on
you.
to the third round. Straight sets, little over 2 hours, not much time on the court. Assess your performance.
Yeah, was a tough match. Actually, first time we play, and I knew that he can attack well, like he's strong. But actually, from matches I saw, I thought he would be a little bit worse in defense, in kind of. And no, some points I was 1-1-1, and he was running well. I actually saw after the match that in terms of fit by point, I think we have the record. I didn't see anyone. I made 65, he made like 62, so it was very physical, and I'm happy that it was 3 sets and not more.
Good. Congratulations once again.
Thanks.
Questions from the audience? Brian.
You brought up after the match on the court, of course, your famous interview. I see that clip still all the time on the internet. Do you watch it and kind of think, you know, I might win a lot of tennis matches, but I'll probably never be as good as I was that night?
Oh yeah, that was nice. That night was one of the best for sure. And in terms of my tennis, I mean, to be able to win this match was unbelievable, because when I did the bad gesture, which yeah, I deserved the, let's call it the hate or the booze this moment, I managed to win the match with Feliciano playing unbelievable this day. Like he was playing unreal, and I managed to win it and be in the final. And that's where, in a way, my Grand Slam career started, because before I think I was never even in quarters. So definitely, to be honest, one of the biggest moments of my career, maybe. And the interview, it's always great to watch. I remember, I think it was Davis Cup 2021 when we won it, and Bublik won one of his matches, and I think it got tense with the crowd a little bit. And he went on to give an interview, and he said, "I won because of you," etc. And that was very funny. So even when some other players quote you, it's something special.
In the back.
This is Gary Nathan from Defector Media. Hi, Daniil. I remember at the beginning of the season, you mentioned you wanted to turn over a new leaf this year. And at the time, I was worried because I thought we'd lose some of my favorite, most entertaining moments on the court. But we're at the last slam of the year now. And I was wondering, looking back at the year, do you think you stuck to that promise, or what's
No, I will be honest, I didn't manage to do it fully to what I expected. And it's okay, it happens. That's life. Sometimes you want to do something and you manage to do it, sometimes not. It was up and down. Some moments I did, and some moments I'm not gonna name them, but I was, for different reasons I didn't manage to do it. But different reasons is more like excuses. But yeah, that's how life is. I will try again, starting here, etc. I thought, many times in my life when I give like myself a goal, a promise, I managed to do it, but sometimes not. So I say honestly no, but I will try again.
Tamani.
But entertainment is going to be there all the time,
of course.
Hey, Daniil, Tamani from The Guardian. I'm writing a piece about practice, and I'm curious, like over the years you've played practice sets with many players. Have you ever experienced much cheating?
Cheating?
Yeah, like calling your own lines and...
I have one funny story. I don't know if Taylor remembers it, Taylor Fritz, and if he can tell it, you can ask him next press conference from his side. We played Wimbledon. It would be probably 2018 or 19. So long ago, we were both not where we are right now. And I'll brutally honest, I don't want to cheat on practice, but sometimes you don't see the ball. It's like a challenge. Today I asked to show a replay, and the ball was so much in, and in my head it was really close. Okay, it happens. And so we're playing, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but I called some outs where I thought the ball was out. And then my wife, I think at the time she was even maybe a girlfriend to me, talks to me after the practice and says that he was talking to his coach and was like, "Damn, this guy, he cheats all the time." And I was so shocked, because I really, especially on practice, I honestly don't really care if I win a practice set or lose. Like I always try to win, but whatever. And to be honest, out of everyone on the tour, I don't think anyone on practice wants to cheat. And so he was like apparently not happy with me. At the time we didn't really speak to each other, so we're not like friends. We're still not friends, but we are, I think, in a good relationship. So yeah, that was the story. I was a cheater, I guess, and you can ask him about this if he remembers anything. It was Wimbledon practice, but if not, I think No, nobody really wants to cheat. But when it was under 12 years old and you play the matches without referee, that's brutal. A lot of stories from both sides, brutal. Like, it's not even cheating. You think the guy cheated, and then he plays the ball in the middle, and you say out. And yeah, a lot of stories like this. It's tennis under 12 is brutal. It prepares you mentally. It's much tougher than ATP Tour.
So you didn't like talk to Taylor about it?
No. So can ask him, because it's not a big deal, whatever. But yeah, pretty funny. I was like, after practice, I was like, really? I didn't try to cheat or anything, but yeah.
Okay, in the back.
Hey, Daniil. Tennis, especially this tournament, can have like late finishes, early starts, all sorts. How do you like manage and maximize your sleep at these events?
Yeah, it's sometimes not easy. Like today, well, today is fine, but I'll probably still be sleeping at like 1:30, which is not ideal, but it's okay. I always said that, especially on Grand Slams, I understand that 7 is the prime time, but I think it's better to make a 6 p.m. start. And like this, if a woman match and then man match goes like 5 hours or something, even if it's not 3 hours, but 2 in the morning, it's always better. So 1 hour can save your life in the tournament for the next round. And me, I just try to, do what I do. Tomorrow I'm going to sleep a bit longer. Then depending the match you have, you maybe go to bed earlier. It's always tricky because some people... For some people, it's an amount of hours of sleep. For me, it's when I go to sleep at like 10, I don't feel well in the morning. So I always go 11 or 11:30, no matter what time I have to wake up. So yeah, if I don't sleep on the court, it's good. Yeah, I love naps. I love power naps, like 11, 12 minutes I do. And that's how I do it. And I really feel great afterwards.
Okay. David and then Willie. David.
Daniil, David King, tennis.com. I wanted to ask about the interview, too, from 2019, but more broadly, because last year you made the comment about the heat against Rublev, and I feel like it was funny, but it started a conversation about the heat. And I was wondering if you feel like you've gotten better at using your humor to make points and make statements about things, how you might be feeling on tour, or do you feel like the audience is just more receptive because they're more used to your sense of humor?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I sometimes when I'm not happy about something, sometimes... talking about being better, I don't manage, because it's always better when you're not happy about something. Just be a bit sarcastic and a bit humoristic, but not too much, because too much sarcasm is not good also. And it can make, a little bit a headline if you want it to be a headline. But I usually try to not do it on purpose, because I don't like headlines, to be honest. Yeah, I think there were... about the heat, I was just surviving. So whatever I said this day, I think I honestly don't remember whatever I said. It was just survival mode. But yeah, sometimes I try to have a little sense of humor and maybe say something I want to say to the audience.
Okay, Willie.
In terms of your play, what are your thoughts right now on your progression? You're so experienced at going deep, especially on the hard courts. How would you characterize the way you're playing and the outlook moving ahead?
Tough question, honestly, because I think on practice lately, when I say lately, maybe this year, maybe 2 years from here, I'm trying to work a lot of things to try to have even more weapons in my game, sometimes more aggressive, sometimes, I don't know, like new shots, new combinations. And then it comes to the point where you come in the match, and I know I have my style of play, which brings me a lot of wins on hard courts, a lot of great results. And you're always a little bit hesitant of where do you bring this new things you worked on practice. And if you lose, how much are you going to be able to say, no, that was a good decision or not? So today, like as an example, I thought maybe in the third set, I could have returned a bit closer. I was like, if I lose this third set, what do I do in the fourth set? So I decided to go in the third set to continue this way. And if I would lose it, then I would change it in the fourth set. So yeah, I think I have my spine of my game where I know what I'm good at. And I try to use it a lot. And then sometimes surprise my opponent here and there.
And how much do you bring into your mind your biggest successes as fuel for what you're doing now?
Success is always important, and you always try to look back a little bit at what worked well. After that, you progress with age. your shots sometimes change a little bit. If you look at Novak winning his first Australian Open, he's probably playing completely different right now, and it's fine. And yeah, so I try to remember the good moments and maybe what do I have to still do exactly like I did. And still with age, yeah, I'm trying to learn new things and trying to mix it up. Like balance, balance is very important.
Okay, we'll take a few more. Craig, you'll have the last question. Yes.
Congrats to the win. Would you ever evaluate Fabian's game and potential after your first meeting?
He plays very well, and he showed it many times. You know, they told me that he had a 50% top 10 win before this match, so now just a little bit less. And he has very good strikes, but looking at his matches, I knew that if I stay consistent throughout the whole match, he can sometimes miss a bit more maybe than other like top 10 players. And that's what I tried to bring in the match, and that managed to work. But if not, yeah, his shots are very good. Like he plays well. Serve can be a bit better, but it's okay. Tennis is not an easy sport, and he has big potential for sure.
Okay, Andrew, and then we'll end with Craig. Andrew.
Have you practiced with Flavio? And if you haven't, have you sort of seen his game, and what do you make of his ball?
I didn't even know who I play, so yeah, good. Never practiced with him. I saw him play. He has, I think, very explosive tennis. I would say in a little bit maybe like Marozsan, but in a different style. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, crazy. Playing Grand Slam and 2 times play someone for the first time. Who did they play first round? Am I stupid? Lajovic, yeah, so I played him before. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, and looking forward. Nothing more I can say.
All right, Craig, last question.
Daniil, when you some of the things that you say on court, you're talking about the interview situation. Have you got these one-liners in your mind, or are they just suddenly? I mean, because I think the one at the Australian Open was the most classic of all one-liners, the small cat. And the second part is, what is a rainbow six skin?
Yeah, 2 different questions. Yeah, the one-liners say, honestly, as I say, I'm someone, people would not think like this when I'm on the court. I always make headlines, sometimes bad, sometimes good, sometimes funny, sometimes less funny. And I'm someone, I don't really like headlines, but when I'm on the court, my mind is boiling, constantly boiling, like sometimes with frustration, sometimes with good emotions. And like, it's like tea, it just comes out when even if I don't want it, it just boils. So yeah, I think it's good. You know, I will finish my career. I will have some good legacy in terms of titles and good memories on court, and for sure some iconic moments like on the microphone, etc. I like to speak. I have no problem with it. And Rainbow Six Skin, Siege Skin, yeah. So it's a game, and you can buy or sometimes get for free as my skin. And so I play this game since 10 years. So honestly, never thought I would be connected in an official way to them, because I anyway play the game. I love it. And so we managed to get in touch with the developers and build a good connection. And now to have like, it's not my own operator, but like when I would be able to play, I would put it on, and it would be like my outfit, like a little bit like on the court. It's a funny feeling, you know. You play a computer game with your friends. Some of them never met them, you know, virtual friends, and then they know who I am, and it's just something different. It's quite funny, especially some people get starstruck. And that's a little bit a strange feeling, because you don't know how to act afterwards. And I have some virtual friends I never met. They support me when I win. They text me, and then we play together. We have a good time, and maybe they will wear my skin also. So it's just a little connection of a virtual world, and it's pretty fun.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.